Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about using French cleats. A French cleat mounting system has been around longer than anybody can remember. Many think that the French cleat dates back or originates with 1800 French shipbuilders, and they used the cleats to hang items on the ship walls, basically to free up limited space on the ship floor and deck. So what is a French cleat? If you're not familiar with it, a French cleat was originally, it's an interlocking wood wedges used to hold objects securely. And it allows easy removal and slide side-to-side adjustments. The two interlocking pieces, they can be metal or wood, each have matching interlocking 30 to 45 degree bevels. The two cleats are then connected together and the object is kept in place by the object's weight. Once connected, they provide a fast and easy way to mount or dismount. One French cleat is mounted to the wall and the other is to the object that you want to hang. As a carpenter, French cleats allow me to spread out weight of a heavy object across multiple wall studs. French cleat uses, if you think about our French cleat, it's a strong, simple, and inexpensive way to hang something that's heavy or create a hidden removable mount. They're often the strongest and easiest way to hang things like heavy artwork, cabinetry. A lot of folks on the internet use, they show their workshops so they can maneuver things around and reorganize. Heavy mirrors, radiator covers, I've used that, hanging tools, or anything that you want to hang. As far as making a French cleat, I typically make my French cleats out of plywood versus solid wood because plywood resists splitting and is typically stronger because of the layers. The heavier the object, the larger I make my cleat, because I like to get more than one fastener per stud. On heavy objects, I try to get it wide enough to span multiple studs to span that weight, and I use a table saw to cut my bevel. And I basically get a piece wider than I need, and I just make my bevel, and then I keep the bevels. And then later I cut down the widths to whatever I need to do. Now, that takes a lot of the guesswork out. So a couple of steps, you want to set your table saw to between 30 and 45 degrees. And remember, you're going to save the beveled cut. So those are going to be your two edges you're going to keep. I think 30 is a pretty good bevel, but you could go up to 45. It mates well, and it's an equally common plane that mates. And because of that, the forces applied are equal and fair across that joint. Once you determine how big or deep your cleat makes, then you can cut it to size. Figure out where you're going to hang your object, mark your centers, and determine your heights on the wall. I like to mark centers on the wall, centers on the cleat, and centers on the item to be hung for installation. And I refer to those centers throughout. Blue tape is useful for putting it on the artwork so you're not marking the art, and you just put your pencil mark on your blue tape. The first cleat gets secured to the wall. And again, I mark the height. I might even level out a line and line that up. I'll hold that cleat to that line and I'll temporarily tag it to the wall with a cordless finish nailer. And then I'll pivot on that one nail with a level, get it level, and tag it again with another finish nail. And that temporarily holds it in place so that I can then attach it with appropriate fasteners. Now remember, consider the sheer weight of your fasteners you're using and the weight of the item you're hanging when you're doing that. I've used GRK fasteners a lot of times. Then you want to fasten the other cleat to the object to be hung. Once that's done, you hang your item and you slide it left or right to get it centered in position. If the wall cleat is left slightly shorter than the object cleat, you can shift it left or right for centering and positioning, which is a nice little trick. Once that cleat is secured to the wall, your cabinet, your artwork, whatever it is, can be lifted onto it and dropped into place. And because there's no fine maneuvering, it's a relatively heavy cabinet can just be hung up and boom, dropped right in place. It's great. The other thing I'll mention is there are metal cleats out there that you can buy, Z-clips and things like that. They're made out of aluminum. They're super strong, reliable, and you can hang all kinds of things with those as well. They're often referred to as either Z-clips, Z-rails, Z-bars, Z-hangers. All aluminum cleats, they work essentially the same. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a short one. Just wanted to share the French cleat with you. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing and leave a comment. We'll see you next time here at Carpenter.